Merhabalar, hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Witcher'la hikayemize devam ediyoruz. Evet, son kaldığımız noktadan bakalım neler yapmaya devam edeceğiz. Abi bu adamlar fena iri adamlar ya. Maşallah, öküz gibiler. Bu bizim adam niye koşmuyor şu anda lan? Çok ağır. Oo. O nedenle koşamıyoruz. Dur şu malları satacak birini bulalım abi. Malları satacak birini bulalım. O ne lan, pezevenk var. Yok mu abi burada hiç ürün alıp satan biri? Heh, şurada gördüm ben. Abi buralar anladığım kadarıyla Karaköy tarafları gibi bir şey yani. Pezevenkler, yosmalar. Oğlum ne? İçeri mi gireceğiz oradan? Ay içine edeyim ya, koşamamak da ne ver bak için. Neyse ekmek alalım bari, lazım olur. Abi kılıcı adam bırakmış burada. Niye alamıyoruz o kılıcı?
You mean me to grab another lass to join us?
Yosmacım seninle işimiz yok ya. Madam.
Greetings.
Oh, here it is. The apocalypse. A witch has walked into my brothel.
What's strange about that?
What's strange is you. Everyone knows witches are freaks, mutants, unnatural. And this here's a decent brothel for whores with principles. Well, spit it out. Got all the same bits in your trousers like a
Teyzeciğim derdin ne
normal
oğlum, ben buraya mal alıp satmaya geldim. Ya ne vakit geçirmesi oğlum, biz buraya bir şeyler alıp satmaya geldik.
Got anything to sell?
Abi oha lan, şuna bak. Şunları satsak mı ya? Oğlum buna hiçbir şey satamıyorum ben. Yiyecek dışında. Yani yiyecekte satmanın bir anlamı var mı ki ya? Bir tanesini satalım. Şu neymiş abi? İnek sütü. Dur en pahalısını satayım lan bari. Şu 2. Bu da 2. Tamam şunu sat gitsin ya. Oha hiçbir şey fark etmedi. Ağırlık değil ki. Dur. Şunlar ağırlık abi. Neyse. Boşver. Bunda bir şey yok.
So long.
Teyzeciğim bay bay. Sen aradın. Oha ya. Baş psikopos mu? Burada da mı abi? Şu büyük ihtimalle aslında gereksiz olan şeyleri atabiliriz diye düşünüyorum. Mesela şu. Abi ağzına sıçayım. Şunu nasıl atacağız? Tamam. Şu anda koşabilir duruma geldik. Satsak daha güzel olacaktı ama. Bak şurada da bir yer var. Abi şu gereksiz şeyleri bir satmak istiyorum ya. Nasıl kilitli lan? Aşağıda. Kapıya mı vur? Aa burası şey. Tam orayı çıkardım ben. Oğlum bu satıcı nerede lan? kasabalı ne yapayım? Bu ne oğlum? Ya hay içine edeceğim ya. Gıcık oldu ben. Burada mı abi?
Open up.
Tüccar. Evet, tüccara satalım abi. Şu abudik gubidik ne varsa satalım.
What are you offering?
Gönder abi. Gönder, gönder, gönder. Gönder. Bu neymiş? Gönder abi. Bunlara işimiz yok bence ya. Mesela şu ayakkabılarda fazla olanları gönderelim abi. Hadi gitsin anasını satayım. Aa, tüccarda para kalmadı. Haydi bay bay.
See you.
Şöyle geçerken de bir şeyleri yağmalayalım ama değil mi? Dur. Hadi bay bay Ece.
So, what's it gonna be?
Bu ne lan? Bu nasıl bir şiir ya? Cadı avcısı. Hayda. Başpiskoposun kapısına. Ay tüküreyim içine.
I never come back, you stinking stagges.
All we wanted was...
Don't give a flying fuck what you want. Next time I'll rip
Wow.
your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth.
Sağlam bir cüce. Ay, Yüzüklerin Efendisi'ndeki cüce aklıma geliyor hep bunlar da ya.
Yeah, in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out.
Seve seve.
Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Oh, reminds me of a days of
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
Dın dın dın dın dın dın dın dın dın. Dur lan. Tokatlayacaktık da.
I'm pleased. That went well.
Aynen,
Now we can
böyle
treat each other like the gods
kemiklerimiz
of
ısındı valla.
ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan, you look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Heh. Yoksa Dandelion öldü mü
Where's
lan?
Dandelion?
like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale, and what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Olur da önce şu neymiş abi? Bu sandık ne? Zula. Ha tamam, buraya bir şeyler bırakabiliriz de. Gerek yok.
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
Hacı sizin
My
evi
visage red and hot. I plunged into purest
soyabilir
ecstasy,
miyim acaba ya?
imbibing its nectar.
Ayıp olur mu?
Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
This the loot he got from the elves of Dol Blathanna.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
Tamam, başka. Bu
The
neymiş?
faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Lettenov,
Kepçeyi neremize sokacağız?
title of
Abi.
Master of the Seven Liberal Arts.
Keep forgetting he's got that damn fool name.
Şu neymiş?
Annual balladry contest. Silver Laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honors, and the feast afterwards to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught a swine to yodel, and I. Another time.
İyi hacı şey diyoruz da bunlara. Kadın bir hayrandan mektup. Hatta bizi ikna işimize yarayacak bir şey değil. Orada bir şey buldu.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Ne buldun bakalım?
It's his
Zoltan.
planner.
Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Zoltan, please. You really want to track down the women Dandelion's been wooing? Most likely all angry women by now.
Got any better ideas? Besides, Dandelion's a babbler. They're sure to know something of his doings.
Güzel bir nokta. Buradan
We
araştırabiliriz.
should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Tamam. Zoltancığım, teşekkür ederim tüm bilgiler için. Şimdilik. Yani biz onu okumalı mıyız? Nerede abi şimdi o aldığımız? Yani o kitabı okuyacağız mı anlayamadım ki, yok yani. Hipnotize edici bakış. Kadın bir hayrandan mektup. Tamam, bunu geç abi. Ajandasını oku. Nerede abi bu ajanda? Oğlum, bu oyun çok ayrıntılı ve ben hiçbir bok anlamıyorum ya. Baksana şurada bir ton bir şeyler var. Bunlar ne işe yarıyor hiç bilmiyorum abi. Bu ne? Hiç anlamıyorum. Giremeyeceğim hiç onlara da. Abi Dandelion'un şeyini nereden okuyacağım? Var mı burada, öyle bir şey yok. Yok abi, burada öyle bir şey yok ya.
Mighty dwarf! Oh, let it go, Jared. Come on, we need another place to hunker down the night.
Nerede? İçeride mi? Abi kitap nerede lan? Dayıya bak ya. Yiyip çekirdeklerini tükürüyor, bir de buralar leş gibi oldu diyor. Oğlum şu zıkkım kitap nereye gitti anlayamadım ki ben ya. Ben vallahi çözemedim abi bu oyun.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
Tamam lan, bu
One knows the
etkileşimde
fruit
bulunmuş.
of the fruit of the vine like dandelion.
Ay sıçayım içine ya. Üst kata baksak bir. Bunların da güzel evi varmış ha. Oo. Bu da yağmayla da oyunu mu geçireceğiz abi? Daha bir kat daha çıkıyor bir de. Oha. Oğlum nerede bu ağzına sıçtığım ajandası, okuyalım da nerede? Nereye koyduk lan bu ajandayı? Şu an delirmek üzereyim. Abi ajandanın burada olması gerekmiyor mu ya? Yok abi. Yok. Vallahi çok sinir bozucu. Hıh. Ağzına sıçayım. Rosa var. Altay ve kırmızı tondan utanan bir gül gibi. Marabella, Elia. Tamam oğlum, birçok kadın ismi var işte. Okuduk. Önce Vespula ile konuşacağız, tamam. Haydi bakalım.
Witches of conjured rain.
Ne oluyor lan?
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
Bak şerefsize bak ya.
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining
Aynen
armor?
öyle.
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Mine offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Haydi bakalım. Kaç kızım sen kaç.
Leave him to me.
Oo. Şerefsizlere bak. İlla kan döktürecekler bana ya.
Covered in blood, all of it.
Aha sıçtık.
Work for naught.
No need to thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had
Tamam sana para veririz kızım.
just lost.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait. Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well,
Ne
When
zaman
you kicked
tanışmıştık be?
Dandelion out through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Guy's
Ouch.
bullshitter came back,
Hiç
saying it was
yakışıyor mu
to
lan?
death do we
Gerard.
part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm.
Kızıl saçlı mıydı o
Just the
çocuk?
last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Evet, yanında
This
kim vardı?
woman he
Önemli
was
olan o.
with in the harbor.
Hadi kızıl saçlı biri de.
Claims she was his niece from Kovir. Ah, Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Dur bunu da
Dandelion
bilgisini
asked you
alalım
about
abi.
the washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Evet, belki de affetmen lazım Dandelion'u.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I
Kadın
find
kafası ya.
Dandelion,
Bak bir dakika önce öfkeden çıldırıyordu
No.
şu anda.
I mean, tell him
Yeah,
he's a
arada.
two-faced snake, but
Nefret
it
mi
would be nice to
etsem,
drop by.
bağrıma mı bassam diye düşünmekte teyzeciğim. Oğlum şu öldürdüklerimizden şeyleri alabileydik iyiydi. Heh. Dur onların mallara çökelim abi, yağmalayalım çocukları. O ne lan? Olaya bak. Çamaşırhanesi. Çamaşırlarınızı bugün alın. Yarın yepyeni olarak geri alın. Güzelmiş ha. Nerede bizim kızıl göz nerede abi? Gel bakayım. Gel bakayım kızıl göz. Gel oğlum. Gel oğlum benim. At sırtında gidek abi. Bunu burada yapamazsın ne lan?
Let's
Boş,
go.
boş sıra mı yok mu burada?
Not so fast, Roach.
Baksana. At sırtında ne kadar rahatız. Köylüyü boş ver abi. İçeri girelim biz. Bu ne oğlum, bu erkek.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Ellie Howe.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened?
Ha hem de
Patched
şey.
trousers, dirty socks.
You Ellie Howe?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Ellie Howe was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Ah, so
Her
it's
daim
that.
saçlarımız uçuşuyor ama
Wait
böyle.
here.
Nereden geliyor oğlum o rüzgar o kadar?
Any better?
So you're...
Ellie Howe.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two
Oğlum
meet?
Dandelion
I met
hiç
him one night in a tavern.
seçici
He was
değilsin ya.
blind drunk.
Gerisini bilmek istemiyorum abi, peki sonra ne?
Don't think I want to know what happened next.
Oh, stop. He wasn't so drunk as not to figure it out. Besides, men don't interest me. I told him that from the start. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago, he brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket.
Oo, içine bir şey sakladı
Odd as
kesin.
requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
Lan bize ne, niye öyle
What did you
giyiniyor?
and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If
Kalkstein.
Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, ooh, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Ne yazdı peki?
What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Neden böyle giyindiğini sormanın
Thanks for
bir
your
anlamı
help.
yok bence.
And nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Tamam. Buradan da. Oo, gideceğimiz yer çok uzak. Pardon teyzem ya. Geçerken dürtmüş gibi oldum ama. Amacım kesinlikle ve kesinlikle dürtmek değil. Ya burada niye atla koşamıyor muyuz abi?
Move it.
Hanım şunlara bak. Sen ne yapıyorsun lan? Şuna. Atla böyle gidebiliyoruz yani, koşturamıyoruz öyle bir şehir içinde. Uyuyordu lan. Hız cezası yemeden, görünmeden şuradan şöyle gitsek. Arabella. Witcher'ın da ikinci sezonu başlasa da izlesek ya. Hop. Oğlum atıma niye çarpıyorsun öküz? Marabella'da çoluklu çocuklu bir kadın çıkacak sanki.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Ha, öğretmen.
Sorry, can't wait. Hear about Dandelion. I'm Geralt, and I'm...
Geralt, I know you.
Çenesi düşmüş
If you're
gerçekten
eager
de
to join in the
Dandelion'un.
lesson, you're welcome to. Children, sadly the Ratcatcher has a fever today, but in his stead, we're honored to welcome a Witcher, who will now tell us about his trade.
Ders konusu olduk ha.
This is grand! You shan't disappoint them, will you? So, who would like to ask the first question?
Me! What's it mean that witches are lecturers?
Oğlum çocuklara gerçekleri anlatmak lazım.
It means that due to our mutations, we have an overdeveloped libido.
Libido? When a girl likes a witcher, the witcher says, "What'll you give me for killing a monster?" And she says, "Anything you want." So the witcher says, "Heh heh heh. Then you'll give me something you weren't expecting at all." And that's where little witches come from.
Children, what's the meaning of this? Next question.
Is it true witches kill kings?
A man cursed who's turned into a monster, a witcher might have to kill, even if he's a king.
So King Foltest was a monster.
What's it like to cut off someone's head?
Can you show us how to cut off a head?
Can we try your potions?
Enough. That is all for today. Gather your things and I shall see you in the morning.
Ne oldu öğretmen hanım?
Bid farewell to Master Geralt.
It's great you came.
I'd have rather had the Ratcatcher.
So please do tell me, why are you here?
Evet, temel içgüdü oturuşunda yaptı öğretmen hanım.
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes, longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No, we perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold, that was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after
Neymiş bu
the fungus
Dandelion?
incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Vay arkadaş ya.
See
Lan
Dandelion
sorduk
after the
ya.
fungus.
Pardon.
No, but he never came.
Teyzeciğim
Thanks for
sen
your
niye
help.
böyle
Farewell.
adamlara kanıyorsun? Git doğru düzgün bir adam bul evlen ya. Ne güzel öğretmen olmuşsun. Bu ne oğlum?
Lasses can't be witches or witcheresses.
in this day and age.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a witcher by the toe.
Hop. Lan buranın bir de çıkışı var değil mi? Ah, niye girdik oğlum biz buraya ya? Nasıl ya? Nereye çıkıyoruz böyle? Molly ile konuşacağız ha. Molly kimmiş bakalım. Bir Molly'miz eksikti. Pardon fazla gittik. Oh. Molly'nin kapıya dayanmışlar. Ne yapacak?
This Baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I don't quite believe in coincidences.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of monsters, and my son.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see you. Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Kill a woman's son and appear at her doorstep? My. I thought witches had better survival skills than that.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I fear your information's out of date. Molly no longer works here.
Seem to know who Molly is. You also know she doesn't work here anymore. Know where I can find her, maybe?
This time of day? Probably sipping punch and considering which horse to bet on.
Güzel bilgiyi aldık abi.
I jest you not. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. Got one glance of Molly and, well, they wed soon after. They now await his inheritance. With the Baroness's son dead, the estate will go to the nephew and Lady Latar, known until recently simply as Molly.
Vay arkadaş.
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady Latar?
Our dear little Molly has a new passion, horse racing. To my knowledge, she should be at Countess Vegelbud's villa
Ya ne
right
güzel
now.
her bilgiyi de veriyorlar
That's
ha.
exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company, perhaps you'd agree to come along.
Gidelim mi lan?
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way then.
Aramızı iyi tutak ya. Belki bir şey olur. Evet. Bekliyoruz ne olacak. Ya çok basit görevlerde bile o kadar çok ayrıntı ve o kadar çok böyle muhabbet sahnesi var ki bu oyun herhalde yüzlerce saat sürer ya.
Nice place.
I must say, of all the creatures in this region, I find steeds most intriguing. Horses interest you at all, Witcher?
All the same to me. Call each one I ride Roach.
Vay arkadaş.
Strange. The grey is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Yeah. Gray's a good color. Even looks good on horses.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
I find them to be
Oğlum
far
hadi ya,
more honest
muhabbetten
than
sıkılıyorum ben ya,
Must
hadi.
say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beauty.
Yapalım bence ya, eğlenceli olur. Hadi yarışalım oğlum, Molly ile konuşuruz ya.
Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Ha! Splendid! In that case, you must choose a mount.
Bozu seçelim.
Think I'll take the gray mare.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zerrikanian Bay. The horses are saddled. Let's begin.
Haydi bakalım.
Riders, ready!
I adore the speed, the rush of air.
Lan.
Come on, it's a bear.
Sallak kafam sağlık. Oğlum geçmemiz lazım lan bunu. Geçemezsek vallahi üzülürüm ha. Önünü kapatırım böyle acı geçirmem. Oğlum bu geçirmeyeceğim lan seni. Geçemezsin, ağzına sıçayım. Oha! Dibine de gelmişiz, az kalsın kaybediyorduk.
The roach I chose put in a nice run.
Exceptional. I've not lost a race in a while. I congratulate you. That is yours.
Güzel para kazanırız
Lady
herhalde.
Latar has just arrived.
Who?
The woman formerly known as Molly. There she stands.
Right. Thanks.
Hadi Molly ile de konuşalım bakalım.
Find me if you'd like to ride back to the city together.
Oğlum kanka mı olak, arkadaş mı olak, dost mu olak? Ne istiyorsun sen ya benden? Deli midir, divane midir?
Who do you favor, my lady?
Can't decide between the black stallion and the grey mare. Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Sorry, don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Ulan Dandelion.
Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Karen by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages.
Oğlum hepsinin de
Ever
kalbini
since I
çalmışlar
became
siz
Lady
ya.
Latard, it's been nothing but balls, banquets, and other such, what's it, congregations. Awful tiring, all this. But, or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for
Siri işte lan.
starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I asked Dandelion when we'd visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Haydi bakalım,
Any
haydi
chance you
bakalım.
remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
Güzel bak, bir bilgi aldık.
Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the
Oğlum
light
bu
of
nasıl
the
bir
moon.
saftorik lan? Kızım sen
Said there'd
saflıktan
be
öleceksin.
strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias.
Başına bir şey geldi herhalde.
I've not seen him since.
Kızım sen hakikaten çok safsın ya.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Kız yemin ederim saftorik ya. Oha oğlum 1000 adım nedir ya. Neyse bu son kişiyle de artık sonra konuşalım ya. Bu bölümü burada böyle bitirelim. Artık sonraki bölümde de son kalan kişiyle konuşalım. Bakalım neler bulabileceğiz. İzlediğiniz için ben teşekkür ederim. Sonraki bölümlerde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın. Hoşçakalın.